Number 46 states, the iris controls the size and shape of the pupil. Which eye most likely belongs to an animal that is active most of the day on white desert sand? So if you know from some of your biology learnings what the iris and the pupil are, this makes this question a lot easier. So the iris is the colored part of the eye, this part here, that gives it its color. So we have the iris in each of these different eyes here, and then the pupil is the hole in the eye that allows light to go through. So we have the pupil here, 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 and here. Now, as you may know, the pupil is going to get smaller. It's going to contract when you have more light shining at your eye, because you can only have so much light getting into your eye before it's too much information for your cells in the back of your eye and your retina to take in. So your eyes will change the size and shape of the pupil in order to let in more or less light depending on the environment that you're in. Now, if you are in a bright environment, you want a very small pupil. If we have an organism, an animal, that lives most of the day on white desert sand, it's going to want to have a pupil that is very small, very slim, that will only allow a little bit of light to get through, because too much light, again, is going to be too much information for the retinal cells to take in. So if we look at our answer choices, F, G, and H all have fairly large pupils, but answer choice J, which is our correct answer, has an extremely skinny pupil, and it only lets a little bit of light through. And if you notice, it looks a lot like some sort of lizard's eye, and lizards you would find in a desert area. That whole pupil shape is only to restrict the amount of light that comes through it. If we were looking at an organism that needs to see very well in the dark, we would look for a very large pupil that allows a lot of light to go through it so that it could see better in darkness when there's not very much light. The larger the pupil, the more light it can let in at a time, and that's good for your animals like owls that need to be able to see in dark environments. So a question like this, you needed to know what the iris and pupils do and what they look like in the image here, and then answer choice J is your correct answer.